Hello, I'm going to be teaching you about how to use iMovie to edit your project. First off, I'll show you how to import your footage from your camera into iMovie. First, plug your FireWire cable into your camera and the computer. Then turn your camera on and to the playback or VTR setting. Finally, turn iMovie on to the camera setting. iMovie should automatically connect to your camera, but if it doesn't, then click on the drop-down camera menu and select it. If you're using the Sony HD Handycam, first set your camcorder into the Handycam station and turn it on. Next, connect the USB cable between the computer and the camera. Then touch the USB connect button on the camera's touchscreen, and finally set iMovie to the camera setting. If you have iMovie 08 or version 7, then your video will be captured and sent to the event library as an event with today's date. By clicking on your event, you can play back your footage within iMovie. Now I'll start with editing. In order to edit your footage, you need to select parts of your footage and drag them into the timeline or project window. To select a clip that you want in your project, simply click where you want the clip to start and then drag to where you want it to end. Now you can click the selected area and drag it to the project window. Now you have a place to start on your video. If your clip is a little too long, simply click and drag to select the part you don't need and then press delete. It's now time to add another few clips and add some transitions. While a straight cut is the most often used transition, sometimes a more complex transition is needed. To find transitions in iMovie, click on the Transition button on the right. The most useful transitions will be cross dissolve, fade through black, and fade through white. To add one of these transitions to your project, simply click and drag to the spot between the two clips where you want a transition. You may want to change the length of the transition, which is easily done by selecting the transition, going to the Edit menu, and clicking Set Duration. If you want to add music or photos, you can click their buttons on the right to select music from your iTunes library or pictures from your iPhoto library. Then drag and drop to add them to your project. When adding music, be sure that you have it at the correct volume. You can make adjustments to your audio by selecting the part you want to edit and clicking the Adjust Audio button. To make adjustments to your photos, simply select them and click the Crop, Rotate, and Ken Burns button. B-roll is video or pictures that are shown while your subject continues to speak. Inserting a photo between shots of your subject speaking can illustrate points as well as bring your viewer into the place and/or time that your subject is talking about. Look for natural edit points: the end of an anecdote or paragraph or phrase, the completion of a gesture. One common edit point is with the blink of an eye, such as the subject closes their eyes, like a curtain coming down, or as the subject opens their eyes, like a curtain coming up. Another thing to keep in mind is what you should avoid. Here are 3 examples.
Well, let's get started.
All right.
Okay.
Focus the camera and then zoom back out to set your shot composition.
Cut.
When you're done editing, you may want to add titles or credits. Simply click the Titles browser on the right to look through the different options in iMovie. When you've found one you like, click and drag it to the appropriate spot. Now you can type in your text. To change fonts, click the Show Fonts button in the upper left of the viewer window. To change the length, make sure the title is not selected and then click and drag from either end. When you want to export your finished video, click on the Share menu. There are 4 options, including one to upload to YouTube. In order to upload to YouTube, select YouTube from the Share menu. Enter your account info and video title. Select the largest size allowed. Click Next, and then Publish. To export for DVD, click Media Browser from the Share menu, then click the largest size that iMovie allows, and click Publish. This will create a file that you can import into iDVD and burn to disk. I hope you learned everything that you needed to make your video. Thanks for watching.